Hey, so today is Saturday. Today's the first of August. Can you believe that? Where this year has gone. Excuse me, I have this notification showing up on my screen here. I decided to invite y'all in on when I polish my nails. This is a base coat here. Just, some nail polish and some chit chat. This is one of my favorite pastimes. And since I was able to wear nail polish, it was nothing for me to go through the trouble of polishing an entire set of nails. I'm talking like 2 or 3 coats of polish, base coat, the actual nail polish, and then the top coat, and then look at it and say, oh, I don't like it. Take it off. My sister used to be like, what in the world? You spent all that time to put that on, I'm going to take it off. I'm like, well, I don't like it, so I'm taking it off. This week has been so awesome because God is just answering prayers. I can't go into specifics right now, but what I can share with you is that I have prayed some very specific prayers, and God is answering them. And it is amazing to me. You know what I said to the Lord? I told him, I said, Lord, there are so many people who I see living that life of just really trusting you and seeing you as their Abba Father and, watching you supply their needs and provide for them. And I know that the Lord has provided for me, so I wasn't trying to make it seem like, he provided for them and not for me. It wasn't that. It's not what I was saying. But I told him, I said, I really want to see you as Abba Father. I want to have that kind of relationship with you where, when I have a need, I say, well, you know what? My Abba Father, my daddy God, he's taking care of me, so he's going to take care of this. He's going to fix this for me. I've never had that level of trust and intimacy with and in God. And again, this is me being transparent, but I was praying about something very specifically. I've been thinking about it over a course of years, actually. I would think about it every now and then. And recently, I prayed about it again and asked God to open up a door concerning that thing. How about God put my name, or put me on the heart of someone who is the answer to that very prayer. And the ball is rolling now. And that's as much as I can share without divulging too much information. Like I said, I'll share later. But today when I was driving, I was just really choking up tears because I'm like, God, you really did that thing. Like, it's a very specific thing. And it's not something that came close to what I asked for. It's exactly what I asked for. But it's better than I thought it would be. And I was like, God, just as I was driving, I was like, God, thank you. Just thank you. He's very concerned about every area. I didn't mean to do that. Let me fix that. About every area of our lives. This is a sticky base coat, by the way, so it helps to keep the nail polish that you put on stuck to your nails. I have never really enjoyed on myself the look of white nail polish. I used to do French manicure back in the day when it first came out. Even after that, I've done it. But I've never really enjoyed just white nail polish. I got a desire for white nail polish, y'all. Child. I'm going to try me some white nail polish. But anyway, I have never enjoyed that kind of intimacy with God. And it's just a wonderful thing. God is really just looking for us to trust him. And this is the proper way, by the way. When you're buying nail polish, this is the proper way to mix the color and make sure that it's evenly distributed. You should never shake it up and down like you do a bottle of juice that you're making or redistributing particles, because it creates air bubbles. And that's the last thing you want. This is the right way. Roll it. You can roll it upside down or right side up. It doesn't really matter as long as you roll it. So, yeah, just watching him do that for me is awesome. And you know what? I need some more lighting in this area. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry. That should be enough. There has been a peace. I'm sorry, one more thing. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Interruptions. But there has been a peace in my spirit. And I know it's the peace of God. I'm just so taken aback by this new experience that I'm having with God. And it's just, when you're on the outside of, I'll say on the other side of trusting God, you know, what I mean by that is when you haven't yet come to the place of really seeing God as he is and just allowing him to be who he is. You know, sometimes the devil will talk to your mind and try to make you feel like it's not a good idea to be that vulnerable with God because, you know, he might hurt you or mishandle you, or, you know, it might hurt for him to do what has to be done in your life. And like, you know, it'll be that kind of hurt where he leaves you hanging and leaves you the way other people have left you for dead. That's a trick of the enemy. And I'm going to tell you, I've been on both sides of that. The side that's like, okay, well, God is safe. I know that I can trust him with my heart. Because even if he does something in my life that hurts initially, he's working it out for my good. I actually like that, y'all. I like white nail polish. Listen, it's going to cause it to work for my good. And I have to trust him. So I want to admonish you to do the same thing. Y'all know what? It's funny how God will use you to speak words of encouragement to someone else and then use those very same words to encourage you. Yesterday, I watched about 2 or 3 of my own videos on this channel. And one of them I actually posted on my Facebook page. Just felt led to do that, so I did. And I'm going to tell you something. It blessed my life. It blessed my life to watch those videos. I don't know how you feel about doing that sort of thing, like having videos of your own. Before I even started my YouTube channel, I used to make videos and I would just leave them in my phone. It was what took up most of my memory in my old phones was videos. And my sister had been telling me for a long time, and I mentioned this before, for a long time. I'm telling you, Jennifer, you need to do a YouTube channel. I'd be like, me, YouTube? No. You know what's funny? I was more comfortable with the idea of doing a video on Facebook at that time than I was at the idea of doing videos on YouTube, because I've always seen YouTube as the go-to place for videos, right? How about when I felt led to post that video on YouTube, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt like, oh my goodness, you put a live video that I did. Well, it wasn't live, but we went to one of my little YouTube videos and put it on Facebook. That's how I felt about it. And I said, you know, it's funny. I felt uncomfortable with YouTube and saw Facebook as a place to feel like I was at home. It's like the roles have switched. How crazy is that? That's how you know things are all up in your head most of the time. You just have to fight through that foolishness, because that's what it is. It's a bunch of foolishness. Either way, I posted it, and I don't know who the video's for. I don't know who needs the content in that video. But like I said, I felt led to do it, so I obeyed the prompting. You don't see the white? That's only one coat, so I will go back and do more. I think what I'm going to do is put this pure ice. It's like a pearly white nail polish on top of it. You really can't see. You see that? I think there's too much light. It's against my skin. Kind of icy pearly. Or I may do this iridescent, shimmery looking. I don't have a lot of this one left. See the colors there? It's so pretty. If y'all know anything about me, I love chartreuse green and I love iridescence. Oh, lovely. But anyway, yeah, I started viewing YouTube as home and Facebook as the foreign place. But I believe what God is working on in me is for me to be comfortable and be at peace no matter what avenue of publication I'm using, whether it's social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whether it's a one-on-one conversation, whether it's a telephone call, whatever, whether it's talking to multiple people at the same time. I do believe that's in my future. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how. But I know the Bible says, despise not the day of small beginnings. Despise not. Who knows what God's preparing me for? I don't know. But He knows. So, just obeying the promptings, I believe it killed something in me, something that needed to die. Why are we so concerned with what people think about us anyway? Why are we so concerned? Do you know how liberating and how freeing it is to just be who you are? I was talking about this a few weeks ago when I had gone to that new park, 2 weeks ago, talking about how I was as a little girl growing up. My mother would hear me singing in another room, and as long as she wasn't commenting, I would sing. But as soon as she said, I hear you, you sound nice, I would stop singing. I even have memories of going to childhood parties and seeing some of the kids around dancing, and they just seemed to really enjoy themselves. And while I would dance, there was always this tug of war going on the inside of me, kind of making me feel like I didn't have permission to be free. I don't know how else to say that. And if you've ever been that kind of person, then you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. But I had to fight through that. I had to really fight through that with the help of the Lord. I don't want to make it seem like it's something that I just did on my own. God helped me. I knew I couldn't do it by myself. God has really helped me to come out of that shell I was living in. And when you get free like that, once you come out, you better stay out. God did not create us to be introverts. And some people are just more comfortable in a crowd and around people and being outgoing than others. And I mean, that's a given. God did make us differently. But what I'm saying is, don't ever let those things, those differences, or your personality type stop you from doing what God would have you to do. Don't let it stop you. Yeah. So that's about it. My mom went out. She's having some time. She's being a person today. I'm glad she's able to do that for herself. And it's just me in the house with Poppy. He's in there sleeping. He's watching TV. Well, the TV's probably watching him. More than likely it's watching him. He sleeps a lot these days. Thank God he's still here with us. We don't know how the story's going to end. But we are just taking this journey one day at a time. Yeah. Y'all, I didn't want this video to be like this. I wanted to kind of chit-chat some more while I was doing my nails. But I kind of feel like I've come to the end of that conversation. Maybe we can talk about something else. What are we going to talk about? Y'all, I've been seeing this chiropractor. Let me tell you. I've been seeing this chiropractor, right? And I heard about him on the radio. And I would listen to him. And I always said to myself, one day I would like to go see this chiropractor. One day, one day, one day. Well, should I just leave it white or should I do pearls? I'm trying to figure if I should do it. Let me try one and see what it looks like. I ended up going because he had a special, and I've been going and getting adjustments for about 3 weeks now. Can I tell y'all, that's the best decision I made. My back is getting better. My spine was out of alignment, not terribly, but enough that I would have periodic discomfort and pain with it. The best thing I ever did. I heard so many bad things about chiropractors and just didn't feel comfortable with the idea of going to a chiropractor. Honestly, I didn't. Maybe I'll do one like that, do one like this. But it's the best thing I did. I have exercises that I have to do every day, and I go in for an adjustment 3 times a week. And on the days when I go for the adjustment, I do one set of exercises at the house, and then the other one is at the chiropractor. But on those other 4 days of the week, I have to do 2 sets here at the house. It's too tight. I forgot to open this before I started doing my nails. I hate when I do that. Well, can't fight with it. But it has been just so amazing. It's been amazing. Yeah. Listen, y'all. I'm going to end this video. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope that, like I always say, on your journey to self-love and fulfillment of God's purpose for your life, I hope that you are intentional. I think I like that pearly better than the actual white. Y'all, I'm going to change this up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the pearly on all of them. Just look nice. I like that. Yeah, but I hope on your journey to wholeness that you are really intentional about doing work. My pastor made a statement, it'd be a shame for us to be on this quarantine. I'm paraphrasing what he said. I don't want to make it seem like this is exactly what he said. But he said, if you could spend all this time, at home on a quarantine and nothing about you changes, I question whether or not you have the Holy Ghost, the Spirit of God on the inside of you. And again, that's a paraphrase of what he said. But I understand where he's coming from, and I agree. All this time that we have, some people never stop working because, they're essential workers. But even still, even if they did continue working, the world has shifted in such a way that we've all been impacted by it. And, if we're not allowing the Lord to change us, it's not that he's unwilling or hasn't made attempts to get our attention. We just have to follow the promptings and be available and be willing. The Bible says if you were willing and obedient, you eat the good of the land. That's what the Bible said. Anywho, after I finish this one, I'm going to end my video. Okay, so y'all have a great Saturday, and remember to keep trusting God, keep loving him, keep talking to him, keep the dialogue going, and just love yourself. You have to love yourself enough to not allow people into your close circle who are toxic and who don't have your best interest at heart. And even if they have your best interest at heart, but they don't walk in enough self-love and self-control to treat you properly, you have to guard against that. You can't allow yourself to make someone else's way of life and way of thinking about you, way of treating you, and even desire to preserve their feelings more important than your responsibility to guard your heart with all diligence. Because out of it flow the issues of life. That's what the Bible said. So anyway, y'all have a great day. I've been plain Jane these days. I enjoy the look of being made up. But these days I just haven't wanted to do that. And you know what? This is who I am. This is how I look. This is Jennifer without makeup on. And you know what? Take it or leave it. This is me. This is who I am. Kelly Price said it. This is what I do. She didn't sing it like that. That's just me being silly. But anyway, I'm going to end. I'm going to end this video. So y'all have a great day. Okay? Ta-ta. Bye-bye.